I have finally finished my full campaign mode and I learned a lot along the way. So for today's video, I want to give you guys a campaign guide. Hey you guys, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. I want to break this video and guide down for you guys in a easy way to understand with tips and tricks and just list them for you. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is download the game with a download link. There are tons of them out there and there are different benefits to each of them. I myself have my own download link, so you guys can click that link down in the description box or scan the QR code that is on the screen. That is going to get you Elenaril on day one. You are going to have this champion right here, who is a legendary. I do really like her because she does have an HP burn on her first skill. Second skill is going to apply some poison, but it is also an AoE, so as you are making your way through campaign, it's going to sweep those waves even faster, and her skill 3 is going to activate the poison, which on that skill 2. So part of the reason that I really liked her, and she really helped me just fly through that campaign mode. So you are going to get her on day 1, and then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you're also going to get some epics. So that is 4 incredible champions that you can get using my link. So just be sure you are at least using some buddies when you're starting the game. Number 2, for this one, you want to enter a new player code. You can only pick one of these codes, and you do want to enter it right away after you get into the game and you've downloaded it, because you have a limited amount of time to do this. There are a few codes out there which are going to get you a few different champions. I do have those guys all listed down in the description box for what their codes are and who they are, so you can actually get them. But I have also made a dedicated video if you want to see their skill breakdown. Just make sure that you are entering one of those. I picked Sun Wukong because I did like his advantage in PvP, but he is the champion that I actually used in my campaign early on. So I actually started my game off using my Elenaril and using my Sun Wukong to actually get myself into campaign and flying through it to get myself as far as I could with it. For number 3, you're going to want to focus on those champions that you have. So to actually make your way through this campaign mode, if you want 3 or more stars, you have to use 2 or fewer champions. Now, early on, there's only 2 slots, so that makes sense. But as you get further down into it, it is going to expand it and give you even more slots. But you only want to use 2 of them. So you're going to use those 2 champs that you're starting out with and focus on these guys for now. Don't worry about building anybody else for the time being. Now, some people may suggest for you to build your starter right away and use them. It is an option. However, if you're starting the game with 2 legendaries, these are the ones that I do think you should focus on first, because they are going to help you later on in dungeons as well. So that is something that you want to do, is don't spread yourself too thin and building out too many champions. As I said, those 2 legendaries and potentially the starter if you want to, but make sure you're only farming with 2 of them. Tip number 4 for you guys is get yourself your basic gear. As you are going through this campaign, you're going to come across a few different stages that has gear that you may actually want to use. So make your way through your normal and then make your way through hard and potentially up to brutal, depending on where you can actually get to. However, if we're looking at hard mode, that is fine. So going through here, some of the places that you do want to pay attention to is going to be 6 Palace of Arabia, because this is going to drop the speed set. Speed is going to be useful for you, especially early on, because it's one of the few gears that you're going to want to actually be able to utilize, and you will utilize this later on into the game. It's one of the places that you can actually get speed boots from, which is going to be on stage 6. So you're going to notice, depending if you're on normal, hard, brutal, or nightmare, the stars that you're going to be able to get from here, whether it's 2-star, 3-star, or 4-star boots, eventually into brutal, being able to get up to a 5-star, and then into nightmare. At that point, you can get a 6-star, but if you're already at the point of farming nightmare, typically you'll be further down your dungeons. So you're going to want to pick up some gear from the speed, and then you're also going to want to pick up some of the lifesteal gear set. You can also get this as a login reward, depending when you're actually downloading this game. So those are some of the sets that you are going to want to keep in mind. Those sets are going to be important for tip number 5. This tip includes what you actually want to put on your campaign farmer. So eventually you are going to have a dedicated campaign farmer, whether this is Belaware or Fellhound or one of the other really good campaign ones. That is who you are eventually going to actually use to farm. But for the time being, I know we're limited. We only have some select champions. So now that we've talked about the lifesteal gear set, the reason it's important is you do want to put it on your campaign farmer. So whether that's going to be your Elenaril or your Sun Wukong, as long as one of them has it, because the lifesteal is going to allow you to gain some HP back, which you're going to need as you go through this. When I was farming campaign, my Sun Wukong is the one that had the lifesteal gear set on him. Now, since then, I've moved on from that because I have a different dedicated farmer, but you are going to want to make sure that you are equipping the lifesteal onto that campaign farmer, especially early on. Now for tip number 6, this one is don't waste silver. You are going to get gear as you're going through and farming your campaign mode. this is not going to be gear that you actually want to upgrade. So I've been farming. You can see I have all this gear here. You may be tempted early on to actually level this up and use it. It is a waste to actually invest too much silver into this. Of course, you're going to get a few pieces and you're going to want to do a little bit of leveling, but I would say don't upgrade it past level 8. That's a safe place to kind of keep it. And at that point, it's more the uncommon gear you're going towards versus that common. So don't go above level 8 and just sell everything else. You really don't want to invest a ton of silver into this gear that you're getting from campaign mode, because you are quickly going to get better gear, especially as you get down into your dungeons. Tip number 7 has to actually do with champions. So as you are going through and you're farming, you're going to notice that there are drops that you can actually get along the way. And some of these are actually really good. So some of the champions that you're going to be getting and some of the ones that are dropped, you may actually want to build. So a good point to know is keep in mind who's actually dropping from where. For example, if we're looking at Palace of Aravia, you're going to get Eris from here, and she is a great rare champion that you are actually going to want to hang on to. There are also some other champs you'll get along the way who are going to be fusion, and you are going to need them in the future when you are doing some of those fusing. Tip number 8. Don't stress about getting 3 stars right away. This is something that took me a good period of time. So what you're going to want to do is just keep going next. Start on normal mode, do your stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, keep clicking next. If you do not get 3 stars right away, don't worry about it for now. Eventually you can come back to it. I started this game months and months back, but I actually only pretty recently was able to successfully do my nightmare stage 12-7 and actually complete this. And I actually had to take a break from it because my champions just couldn't do it. And rather than investing a ton of energy and time, silver in that moment to actually upgrade who I needed, took a break from it, let my champions improve, and then eventually came back to it. So don't stress about trying to actually complete this right away. If you're struggling with it, take a break, farm some other stuff, and then eventually you will be able to come back to it. Tip number 9 is about farming efficiently. When you are going through and farming, you are going to hit a wall where you're only able to actually farm stuff at a certain stage. For the time being, if that is as high as you can go, then farm what you can there. But eventually the place that you actually want to farm is going to be brutal, stage 12-3. This is going to be the best stage for you with your energy input in terms of what you're getting for EXP output and silver output. So this is the place that you are eventually going to want to farm. That is where you will have your 1 campaign farmer, and then your other 3 fodder champs, whoever you want to level up. This is the place that you're going to want to farm. So it's going to be brutal 12-3. And as I said, if you can't do that right away, then don't stress about it. Farm the high stage you can. But eventually this is going to be the goal. And eventually your goal is going to be to have a campaign farmer that can do this very quick, ideally under 10 seconds. And the last and final tip I have for you guys with campaign is just to maximize your XP gains. So when you are going in and actually farming and you have fodder ready to go, you have champs ready to go, best thing that you can do is get yourself an XP boost going. So when there is clan versus clan going on, there's other things you can collect. Along the way, you are going to grab these XP boosts. Make sure that you are going to activate it as long as you've got it and have a batch of champions ready to go to actually be leveled up, so that you are getting the most out of your energy. I hope that all those tips actually help you out in being able to get through your campaign mode and eventually be able to finish it. Honestly, you guys, it took me a few months to be able to fully finish it, and I spent so much time on this nightmare 12-7, really just trying to complete it with the 3 stars, that honestly, this nightmare stage was a real nightmare that I think for myself, I actually ended up having to play around with who I was taking along. And I found this to actually be one of the harder ones. And part of that was because there was the block on revive. So this might be a stage that you have to spend some time actually figuring out what you can use for it. With myself, for the longest time, I was trying to bring along Cece, but then it just so happens that I wasn't able to revive with her. So I played around with it a little bit. And then I also tried it with He-Man, tried it with Stock the Broken. I think I ended up actually completing this stage with Loki and Cece. And it took me, I'm pretty sure it was in like the 9-10 minute mark to actually do it. But I was actually so happy when I finally completed it. And it was just the most random team. I tried He-Man, I tried Cece. Who else did I try? Oh, I tried Sir Nicholas as well. I tried some of my other, I tried Uugo in here for protection. I tried my Stock, the other guy. Like, I honestly, all of them. I tried so many different champions just trying to complete this. So that is what I mean when I say it's not a race to actually fully get there at the end. Eventually, at the time, my champs couldn't do it. Went back in, improved them, improved their masteries, came back to it, and after, like I said, like 9 or 10 minutes, I did get it done, and then I ended up being able to collect everything. So Take your time with it, have fun with it. Eventually, you're going to get champions built to be able to complete this. If you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link, I'm actually going to start you off with the free legendary champion on day 1. And then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you'll get yourself an epic. That is 4 amazing champions that you can get just by downloading using my link. I hope this video helped you. If it did, then leave a like down below and comment down below for new players any other tips that you have to help them through that campaign mode. Be sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos and future guides. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!